When was the last time you thought about the love of God? There was once a bridge which spanned a large river. During most of the day, the bridge sat with its length running up and down the river parallel with the banks, allowing ships to pass freely on both sides of the bridge. But at certain times each day, a train filled with passengers would come along and the bridge would be turned sideways across the river, allowing a train to cross it. A switchman sat in a small shack on one side of the river where he operated the controls to turn the bridge and lock it into place as the train crossed. One evening, as the switchman was waiting for the last train of the day to come, he looked off into the distance through the dimming twilight and caught sight of the train lights. He stepped to the control and waited until the train was within the prescribed distance when he would turn the bridge. He turned the bridge into position, but to his horror, he found the locking control didn't work. If the bridge was not securely in locking position, the train would jump the tracks and go crashing into the deep river. He left the bridge, turned across the river, and hurried across to the other side of the river where there was a lever switch he could hold to operate the lock manually. He would have to hold the lever back firmly as the train crossed. He could hear the rumble of the train now, and he took hold of the lever and leaned back to apply his weight to it, locking the bridge. He kept applying the pressure to keep the mechanism locked. Many lives depended on the man's strength. Then, coming across the bridge from the direction of his control shack, he heard a sound that made his blood run cold. "Daddy, where are you?" His 4-year-old son was crossing the bridge to look for him. His first impulse was to cry out to the child, "Run, run!" But the train was too close. The tiny legs would never make it across the bridge in time. The man almost left his lever to run and snatch up his son and carry him to safety, but he realized that he would never get back to the lever in time. He had to make a tough decision. Either the people on the train or his little son must die. It was as if time stood still. He made his decision. The train sped safely and swiftly on its way, and no one aboard was even aware of the tiny broken body thrown mercilessly into the river by the onrushing train. Nor were they aware of the pitiful figure of the sobbing man still clinging tightly to the locking lever long after the train had passed. They did not see him walking home more slowly than he had ever walked to tell his wife how their son had brutally died. My friends, can you appreciate the pain this father must have experienced? If you can, then you can begin to appreciate the feelings of our Father in heaven when he sacrificed his son Jesus to bridge the gap between us and eternal life. It pained God's heart to see Jesus die. No wonder he caused the earth to tremble on that Good Friday. No wonder the skies got so dark. I wonder how he feels when we speed along through life without giving a thought to what was done for us through Jesus Christ. 2 Corinthians 5:21 says, "For God made him who had no sin to become sin for us, that we may become the children of God." God made a sacrifice so that you and I could live. When was the last time you thanked him for that sacrifice? When was the last time you thanked him for his love? How has that sacrifice impacted the way you live your life? Are you more thankful? Are you kind? Are you more compassionate? Oh, the wonderful love